I'm gonna get that bee that stung my arm.
Look out! It's that bee that stung your arm.
I'm not doing this, you guys. This is ridiculous.
Ned, come out here right now.
No, man, I'm not doing it.
Just do it, dude.
No, I look ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
I don't want to do this.
We are doing an opening.
I don't care. I'm not coming out.
You get your striped ass out here.
Fine. This is ridiculous.
I'll get him.
Ow!
Ah! I am dead.
Honey attack. Oh, I too have been stung.
That's why they're afraid of bees. Here we are again at another Goosebumps episode. Jason's married, Bob is gay, and I have a giant fly swatter. So there's that.
Goosebumps number 17 follows Gary Lutz, who finds himself in a bit of a body swap.
Jason, don't pretend like you remember the protagonist's name. It's been a month and a half since we've read this because Bob had to have a birthday.
I did not have to.
So we apologize in advance if we don't remember all the details.
We're a little vague on the details of this.
And the
book.
funny thing is, I totally didn't even read the book when we were supposed to. So it didn't even matter that we didn't review it.
Someone chose this book to be his first Spark Notes affair.
I read the first two and last two chapters, and then just found a synopsis on line 3.
Not only has it been a month since we've read the book, but it's been a month since he read the synopsis
Since
on
I
the
haven't
internet.
read the book.
Gary Lutz is
a klutz.
And his neighbor, Mr. Andretti, who has bees that Gary doesn't like. Gary does not like the bees. You didn't remember that, guys?
I didn't remember his name.
Gary's kind of a loser kid, right? Like, no one likes him. He's a klutz.
At one point in the book, he even admits that his sister, who's 9 and he's 12, could probably beat him up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how much of a pussy.
No one likes Gary. Pretty much Gary wants to be in anyone else's life but his.
Lucky for Gary.
Enter the body swapping.
Hey, 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 hey.
We haven't done our intro shot.
Intro shot time for me and Bob and Jason.
Good time.
Thanks guys, today's shot is called the Beekeeper. 2 parts whiskey and a squirt of honey. Beta wasn't worth it, Tommy.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Gary Lutz is on the computer on something called the internet, looking up hints for his video game.
He's on the line.
You've got mail.
With the rest of America on
the line.
Every day, America Online is making it easier for people to live, work, and play.
Hey, Dan, ready for the game? I'm just finishing up here with my new kayaking friends.
Kayaking friends on your computer?
Yeah, I just got America Online.
Random shot. Fuck you guys and me.
So Gary's on the internet, right?
Because he plays computer games.
Computer games, and he goes, that's right, he goes on to forums
to get
advice and hints on his video game because he can't get past the
He's
latest.
stuck on the 74th moon in Planet Horrorville.
When a pop-up comes up and says,
Fuck you.
It's like
You-
body to body vacation.
Do you want to live in someone else's body? Come here, and we'll let you experience someone else's life.
And this place happens to be conveniently located like
In Gary's
6
town.
blocks away
Gary's
from
like,
Gary's
I know
house.
where that is.
It's like 3 blocks from school, which I ride my bike to.
The internet is not that big. It is localized within your
On
town.
the line.
Well, in
Jason.
95,
Call now for America Online, a new way to use your computer to communicate, have fun, and get instant news and information.
Goes to the place, he figures out what they do. They're like, we'll switch bodies with you. You fill out your profile or whatever.
and Mrs. Carmen,
The receptionist.
the chick who runs the place, she's like, yeah, here's a book of people, like I imagine a mugshot book,
And if anyone's life sounds interesting,
and you can be a boy or a girl. And I was thinking, how sucky would that be? It's like, oh, I'm gonna see what it's like to be a girl for a week, right when she gets her period.
Yeah, dude. Butt stuff.
the receptionist of the body swapping company comes over to Gary's house with enough equipment by herself to transport his consciousness
It's like
into another
a
body.
bracelet
Here-
and a suitcase.
Here's the secret about the body swapping company. The secretary is also the CEO.
And that's the big twist ending.
And that's a big twist.
And
ending.
the book.
Shot.
And the book.
But yeah, and that's what got me is like, the other person didn't even, she's like, this is Dirk.
Dirk is who you're going to be.
Cause,
moving your body
and he's
into.
like looking, it's like, man, Dirk is so cool. Dirk skateboards and he's all muscular and attractive. And it's like, why does Dirk want to be me? And she's like, well, Dirk's not good at math and you
He
are.
has to finish
He's
his
got some math
finals.
tests coming up and, well, you came up as good at math. So we do our homework, she tells him. He's like, all right, let's do this.
And apparently, yeah, you don't need the other person there for the body swap.
Like, what,
Like
a bee, like, flies near him during the body swap thing, wakes up and he's now a bee.
Pretty much it's the fly. It's the fly.
Without a teleportation device,
And with like a 12-year-old boy.
and it's stupid. Yeah, and this place just does this stuff for free
Yeah.
for children.
Yeah.
No place is ever going to do anything for a child
No
without
parental
parent
consent
consent.
forms,
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, Gary is now a fly. We then get 3 shitty chapters of him in a beehive. And when I say 3 shitty chapters,
They were
so boring and nothing. And like R.L. Stein's trying to be educational.
Because of its importance and unique way of life, the bee has been studied more carefully than perhaps any creature except man himself.
And a lot of bee shenanigans go on. He almost gets stepped on. He almost gets
And do
killed.
they talk? Because clearly it's like he learns that Dirk is in his body and is way better at being Gary than Gary.
Yeah, all of a sudden everyone who hates him loves him.
And
Yeah, the cool kid that's in his body now is teaching kids how to skate. Is like way
he's
cooler.
popular and people enjoy him. So clearly it's a
And then
personality.
Gary the bee is like, hey, get out of my body. He's trying to buzz into.
And he says, no way.
So-
Yeah, no way.
Now, and Dirk's body in the meantime is inhabited by a bee.
So Dirk's body
Is just like
buzzing around.
is just eating flowers and humping birds.
Also like the episode of The Simpsons.
Well, put that in his hair.
Bob's in a no-fly zone.
He.
Oh!
You need
Random
this.
shot.
I should be quiet.
Random shot.
I saw a bee. Oh, he tore the cover. You can see where the cover.
Come on, man.
How
don't
deep
care.
was the tear?
I bought this at Goodwill. Look at that.
No, dude, that
Look
was
at
already
that.
there. It was already there, dude.
Ned hit the book so hard with the fly swatter that it's now missing a chunk.
At least you have it. You can super glue it back on there.
Why does your chair smell like farts?
Farting over there. The seat was all wormed up when I came over here.
I bet. It's probably brown too.
It was like the armchair fever swamp.
Here's how Gary gets back in his body.
According to the internet.
According to the
Because we
according
can't
to the
remember.
internet. Gary's very frustrated with Dirk, and he like leads a swarm to Dirk's room. Oh no! Gary leads a swarm of... I'm gonna throw a lit match at your fucking face. And Gary, in like a last-ditch, desperate move, he knows that some bees, when they sting, they die. They lose their stinger and die. So what does he do? He stings Dirk.
All bees do that.
And no, it's not actually. It's very few species of bees that actually die from their stinger. Anyway, he stings him, wakes up in his own body. He then learns the reason why is only the bee body died. Bee shot!
Bee shot for all of us. Taste it in your mouth, it's gonna be so good. Would you say Gary befriended Dirk?
I don't get it.
I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like they became friends.
I don't know. Probably. They became friends?
Yeah, they became friends. That's what it sounds like.
Became
The
line
probably
is
the BS of friends.
the line is
The BS of friends.
Oh, dude. Oh, man, so good.
He's a biatch. Oh. Right, the forehead.
What
The corner.
They did not make an episode out of this book, which I
Thank
would
God.
assume
Would have been
is,
awful.
it's for
Let's beat Jason up for
because you're gonna have him in a hive.
well, also the '90s reasons of they can't do special effects because we've seen Goosebumps '90s special effects and they're pretty sketchy. So let's talk about ratings. Who wants to rate this book first?
Me. I want to give it an 8.75 because I don't remember it.
That's fair.
I didn't finish it, so my score shouldn't count, so I'm gonna give it a 2.
No, give it higher, dude. Give it really high.
I couldn't even finish it twice.
I don't know, it wasn't as bad as Why I'm Afraid of Monsters.
Girl Who Cried Monster. First you said you can't scare me. Then you made up a Goosebumps.
No, you can't scare me. It's not.
Then you made up a Goosebumps.
It's not as bad as You Can't Scare Me. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah! Ah!
The next book, book 18, is Monster Blood 2.
Our first sequel.
He's one hungry hamster.
Put it in my shovel. I'll deliver it to Jason. Here, bud. Put it in the holder. I flipped it over! Random last shot!
Random shot. No.
Look, he's got like the lines on his leg.
I do actually have the lines on.
What line?
Motherfucker.